Why is it so hot? Oh, I'm sweating so much. Feel like I'm in a fishbowl. Jeez. Oh, the shifter, the gear selector is so burning hot. Of course, the neighborhood is popping right now. Last video, I realized I kind of made it sound like I would sell Fred for a Camaro. I want to make it clear that I would never sell Fred. It's way too special of a car and way too sentimental for me to ever even think about doing that. Besides, even if I put him up for sale and got offers and whatever, I would never be able to sell this car for as much as it would take for me to have peace of mind about letting it go. I don't know. I feel like too many people would try to get it from me for like $1,500, and I'm just not having that. Guy just cut me off. Drivers here are crazy. My shop teacher in high school kind of confused at me for naming Fred Fred. He thought that like anytime someone named their car like a boy name, if they were a guy, that they were like gay or something. This car does not look like a she. Look at the front fascia. It just looks like a Fred. So I have no regrets. There are a lot of things I want to do with this car. I just don't have cash for it. I feel like the build I would do on Fred is just like an OEM plus build. Maybe not even a plus. Oh, I need to turn the air up, dude. I am sweating. You guys, it is a Thursday. Traffic is insane. I don't understand it. And they're all bad drivers. Literally, I haven't seen a good driver yet today. I had a fuzzy dice up on my rearview mirror. Truly the highlight of Fred, I believe. One day, they just decided to brake. I mean, it wasn't unprovoked. I had a certain passenger. Gosh, you know who you are. The dice just broke off the strings. And I was never the same after that. It's nothing like a diceless, sad Fred. Before then, I had a radar detector up there, but I was never going fast enough for it to really be useful, so it's just in the center console now. All right, guys, it's friggin' 1 a.m. About to pull up and get a breakfast burrito. Yeah, stuff I want to talk about with Fred, but I want him in my garage so that I can walk around and actually show things instead of just talk about it in the car. So let's just cut to that, actually. And we're back. Okay, well, I guess I just go through like what I've done so far with this car. When I got this in high school, the first thing that needed to be addressed was this hubcap right here was gone. It was just completely missing. I didn't want the mismatched wheel, so I just took the rest of them off. So I was just rocking the black under wheels for a while. Until I just went to a junkyard and I grabbed another one of those, and then I just spray painted them all black and put them on. And to match the black a little bit, I spray painted the wing mirrors, but as you can see, they're quite faded now. It's worse on this side. Oh boy. I need to respray those. Yeah, just kind of the thing where you're like a high school kid and you're like, what can I do to make this piece of garbage look cool? And I guess it kind of worked. I don't know. Clear coat's aggressively peeling off. If I ever did a paint job, I would definitely just do like a clear over all this to kind of preserve the patina. I don't know. I just want to keep as much original stuff on this as possible. I also got seat covers, which a lot of them are sun bleached by now, so that sucks. I got 5% tint on the back 3 windows, 50% on the front 2, and then a glare strip. When I first got the car, it sounded like a friggin' lawnmower because the flex pipe in the exhaust was all frayed and rotted away. I got that fixed. I got a new flex pipe on there, so now it's nice and quiet and it doesn't really draw attention. I wouldn't have minded having a loud car if the windows were tinted, but when it was loud, I had no tint. It was just a fishbowl, so everyone could look at me and judge me. I did like a coolant flush at one point. It took like 3 weeks. I was without a car because I'm just so bad at working on cars. I don't think I'll ever do any of the labor on this ever again. But once I did that, I didn't put the skid plate back on, and the skid plate is what keeps the fender liners on. So they kind of hung down for a while. Eventually, one of them caught under the wheel and like tore off. So that was fun and terrifying. I was on the freeway too. What I ended up doing is I just took off the fender liners. Oh, you can see I curbed one of these. I actually don't think that was me. I've never curbed this car, I don't think. Among Us. The lenses are really yellow. There were a lot of engine problems. Oh gosh, this hood. Like I said, the coolant flush, I saw a lot of foam in there. So it's got a leaky head gasket. So what I did was I put like head gasket sealer in there, and I haven't had a problem since. I know that's a very temporary fix. I mean, the plan would be to have this motor completely rebuilt with like really strong parts. That would be awesome. I had battery problems for a while, replaced the alternator and the battery. I probably only needed a new battery, but you know what? It's fine. I wanted to replace the alternator. New water pump. There we go. Serpentine belt replaced. Regular maintenance. It looks like my engine is quite moist, so there may be a leak somewhere.
There's oil all over this engine, as you can see in this little video here. I'll kind of shed some light here. What we need to do is degrease this engine to find out exactly where this oil is coming from.
And then we have the basics like new brake pads, new tires. At one point, I realized the shocks were like completely blown, so got new shocks and strut towers, all four corners. But after that, we started hearing a clunk, and I don't know what happened, but it's quite clunky. I took a shower today, and I feel so fresh and clean, unlike this car. Like, Fred, you were looking crusty. You can't really see because my camera quality is garbo. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, got a steering wheel cover because the rubber on the actual steering wheel was like flaking off. I actually really like the tasteful thickness of the steering wheel stock, but since it was flaking off, I got like really sick of it, so I just put the steering wheel cover over it. I would just replace the whole steering wheel if I had my way, but I don't have a way to get the, you know, the big bolt that connects it to the steering rack. I don't have a thing to loosen that, so I'll just deal with it for the time being. There was a concept I did a while back of this car that was freaking awesome, but I've never had the motivation to actually like act on it. But I don't know, the guy I bought it from, who I'll talk about more later, he ran into like a trailer hitch or something, so there's a permanent indent right there. I promise you that was not me. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would probably just keep that just for originality's sake. Get new headlights, clear coat the whole thing, keep the faded paint underneath. I don't know if that's even possible to do, but I would like to try. Tint the front windows 5%, probably do 50% on the front windshield. Full engine rebuild with like really strong parts. And then I'd tune it for a little bit more power, but like not very much. This is a commuter, not a race car. I would get new wheels, probably black, thick 5-spoke ones that poke out just a little bit from the fender. I'm okay with this ride height. It's good for all types of driving. So on the inside, I would definitely get the interior completely disinfected in every possible way, like a hardcore detail, because then I won't worry about all the germs on the seats. There's like a stain on this back seat that looks suspiciously like poop. I thought about for a while just getting like a black carpet, blacking out the dash and everything, but like I want this to be original now, so I'm gonna stick with the gray. There was this really crusty weather stripping through here that was just kind of like notched, so I just went through with like an X-Acto and cut it all off. Very temporary fix. I would definitely get all the weather stripping replaced on the full build. I'd also get a sound system. I went so long without any kind of music until I got that Bluetooth to radio adapter. The system is garbage. You know what? It does its job. I'm happy with it right now, because I'm broke. So there was a check engine light at one point. It was like it wasn't getting enough air, so a mechanic went in there to like the throttle body and blew out all the carbon buildup, so that was nice. It's fine now. But yeah, the mechanic actually, he took a little video of what was going on back there, so I'll just insert that right here.
This is your outer tie rod, and as you can tell, I'm gonna put my finger here for reference. You can see it shaking a little bit. That is a safety concern and requires immediate attention.
Another side note that I forgot to mention, the defroster lines back here, a lot of them don't work, so that really bothers me. But yeah, my vision for this is just like a really clean, very nondescript car at a glance. But on the inside, it would be like way more luxurious than any car of this caliber. It'd be really clean, smell really good on the inside, unlike it does now. I would put like extra sound deadening in the doors and like around the cabin so it's really quiet. That would be awesome. And then put like a premium sound system. Ride quality should be great once I replace all the bushings and like the control arms in the front and get that sway bar linkage figured out in the back. I'll get more into why this car is so special later. Just know that it is very special. And with that, I'll probably end the video there. I left the windows open. I got hot, musty air out of the car, so that was my goal for this. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.